Hi everybody, it's Wednesday. Woohoo! Okay, so kind of happy about it and kind of sad about it because a spoiler, not a spoiler, a timing thing. Okay, so because of March Madness, we're not gonna have a soap tomorrow or Friday. So today was like our Friday episode, but boy did it not disappoint. Okay, so we have in this corner we have Melissa. In this corner, we have Electra. And who's gonna win? Who? Okay, now, Melissa, I like what they put Sydney Bullock in because the dress, dynamite. Okay? Um, but Electra, ugh. Okay, first of all, I don't get the outfit. What's with the top and a dress on top of it? I don't I don't get it. Why? Anyway, all right. So um, they're duking it out again, and Melissa took the words right out of my mouth. She said, "You don't get what it's like to not have a job and to not have money. The thought of not having a phone, not having a house, not having anything because you can't pay your bills. You don't understand that. You've never had to face it." And then Electra, entitled, says, "Well, you came into my world, and why'd you do that? You couldn't find a job as an art teacher?" No, she couldn't. She tried. I saw her on websites looking at jobs, and they wanted higher than she had for an art teacher. So, no, she couldn't find a job. And by the way, you're being a witch because your boyfriend offered her to stay in his house because she had no place to stay. Then you expected her to be out of his house in like 5 days or some shit. It's not realistic. Not even close. Oh man. Okay. So then after I got over that attack, um Mariel Hilaire, Daphne. I like Daphne. Because she's trying to be the voice of reason with Will and Electra. Although I don't like the coupling anymore because I told you to give Electra some chutzpah. I didn't mean to make her a witch. Okay, two completely different arenas here. I just wanted her to have some chutzpah, not like entitled witch. Okay, so Mariel Hilaire, Daphne, is trying to talk to Ashley Brewer, Ivy, and say that, you shouldn't keep these kids apart. And if it weren't for your manipulation, they'd be together now and all this stuff. Okay, that's part one. Part two is they're still talking. And for the love of God, they finally close the door, but then they put Sydney Bullet right there by the door. So she's listening through the door. And she hears that it gets heated. And she doesn't hear everything because you know how when the door's closed, you kind of hear the conversation if it's loud enough, but you don't make out all the words. Okay, so then they tell Daphne to walk out, and Ashley Brewer is still there. And then Sydney Bullock walks in and says, "What? What are you doing? What manipulation? What is Daphne talking about?" And I'm like, "Yes, get her." And then she says, what did she say? Well, uh, are you trying to keep Will and Electra apart? What are you doing? And then she has the questioning face, and Ashley Brewer has a shocked face, like someone's gonna get her and like expose her, but she hasn't exposed her yet. So get ready for next week. Oh, and then also for next week, um, who? because Wednesday is like a Friday, they have the spoilers already, and it's gonna be dynamite. I'm telling you, I knew it was gonna get good. I knew it. Okay, so we have people kind of peeping in the windows, kind of odd, but okay. So then, let's see here. Ashley Brewer was peeking in the window when RJ and Electra were gonna kiss or whatever. I don't know. And then also peeking in the window is they finally go back to Deacon and Sheila. And I was going to mention that because I said, "Oh, what happened with Deacon and Sheila and Taylor? Did it just go kaput?" No, but they were building up the stuff, so then I'd be waiting to watch. Okay, so then Deacon Sean Kanan says to Rebecca Buddy, "I got here as fast as I could," and then we have Carolyn Brown, the great Carolyn Brown, has flowers in her hand and she's peeking through the window. So, questions are what are the peepers gonna see? And how's it gonna change the landscape of everything? Because I'm telling you, if Sheila catches Taylor kissing Deacon, it's gonna go kablooey in a hot minute. Okay? And then with Ashley Brewer, they're just making her weird, like strange. I'm telling you, if I didn't like the actress, I think there's something wrong with her character, like wrong. But as I always talk about, I'm able to distance myself between the character and the actor most of the time. Now, sometimes it gets a little blurred, and I'm like, but most of the time I can do that. So, all right, bye guys.